I recently posted a video which was about how to go between there and there, which is the same as taking the alternate note in the same basic note row that you can. Now, for some reason, that instantly digressed since I had into using the fifth finger. And you had to use that, which is a good idea, but it does take some getting used to, and if you're not getting used to it, it can spoil the effect if you're clumsy with it. So let's have a look at how to incorporate that. How to incorporate the fifth finger of your left hand into your playing. Now, one of the things is I had a session with a friend on this, and he was always keeping his little finger was up there, and it's very difficult to get him to hold it down. The point is, any finger that you use needs to be fairly close to your buttons or your keys, and then it comes in naturally. But his was waving around up there, separate from the fingers. I think probably because he had spent so long, as most of us do actually, assuming that one was going to play only those fingers. And the fifth finger was out of it, and it was out of the equation, so therefore it was left out of the way. You have to bring it in. And how do you do that? Well, one of the ways is, of course, you use a full gripping shape there, not that, but that. It incorporates into gripping shape, but getting going into it is the problem, isn't it? In order to use it in any useful run, it has to be there first, really, or at least a couple of moves before it, ideally. Okay, well, that was easy because it was there. But if it was waving up and down there, we probably need to teach to deal with that first. Okay, so how are we going to make it? Well, first use it. Play another note. Leave it down there. Wherever it is. And of course it's going to tend to be best used on the standard notes, not on the counter bass, because that's out there, which is another problem. You can put it out there, but the first thing is to get it down into a comfortable position, which will be aligned more closely with the standard set. So we take that and any other alternate beat, keep it down there. Maybe even overlap it like that to make sure that you're doing it. And that's fairly, and then add an extra note away from the fifth finger. And is it still there when you get back? If not, start doing that again. And train it to feel right down there. If you regard it as being something you won't use, it will be in the wrong place. Try and take it into your standard use of it. And it's not easy, but, well, it is if you take one note at a time. The basic principle of practice is to just bring it down as simple as possible. And then after a bit, it's still going to be down there because you've trained it to feel right down. So basically, just regarded as something that you might use if you want to add the fifth finger into your left hand. I think that's a useful way of doing it.